Good morning, brothers. So I wanted to take this opportunity to discuss a very intriguing topic. What is sexual transmutation or sex transmutation? You would have heard this term joined in the topic of semen retention. And this is merely the actionable process that follows the art of retaining your seed, not ejaculating. So I have a book here, a very famous book that many personal development enthusiasts will be familiar with. It's Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And like I say, it's a very famous book, but there's a chapter in here that is very intriguing that it almost feels like it's not supposed to be there. When people come to it, certainly when I came to it when I first read it, I kind of paused and was very confused at its appearance. It's called The Mystery of Sexual Transmutation. I've got the chapter up here, chapter 11. And I'm just going to read a couple passages to you and hope to shine some light on what this topic is. It sounds rather intriguing. So the meaning of the word transmute in the simple language is the changing or transferring of the elements or energy. Okay. So the idea here is that sex is an emotion. When you get aroused, you feel that energy rise up inside you. Often it's uncontrollable, especially among the younger men. But the idea here that Napoleon is suggesting, he's got 3 points that he kind of puts forward in relation to the movement and transference of this powerful energy. And that is, firstly, to perpetuate mankind. So the good of mankind. The second is maintenance of health. As a therapeutic agency, it has no equal. That's in brackets. So what he's alluding to there is the process of ejaculation or sex in general is a very energy absorbing process. It takes a lot of energy to make a child, to make a human being. And he's suggesting here that instead of using that for mere pleasure, more procreation, you can use that same energy and transmute it into your immune system. And it's going to give you a boost in relation to preventing, diseases and colds and injuries, things like that. It's more for the maintenance of health. And thirdly, the transformation of mediocrity into genius through transformation. That is an interesting point. So you can use that sex energy to transform a mediocre individual to a genius individual. Now, those among you who are initiated into the concept of sexual transmutation will know that there are some very famous practitioners of this practice, such as Steve Jobs, Mike Tyson, a lot of CEOs and very powerful businessmen, and it does make you think. I'm always going to be a skeptic. I'm full of contradictions because catch me on a good day, I'll say it's the end all and be all. Catch me on the other day and I'll say, hold on just a moment here, okay. I want to see evidence. I want to see scientific, rational data behind this. I'm not interested in anecdotal evidence. But the real thing that convinced me of continue to practice this in my life is the idea of the first law of thermodynamics. And I've referenced this before in my other videos, and it is simply that energy can neither be created or destroyed. It can only transform. What do I mean by that? Well, everything in the world is made up of energy, okay? And you can neither create the energy or destroy the energy. It only transforms from one source to another. So a really good one is the water cycle, okay? Water is a form of energy. Water gets evaporated with the sun. It rises up into gases. It forms clouds. That's another form of energy. So it's transformed into liquid and it's transformed into gas. And then the gas gets heavy. Condensation builds. And then the precipitation comes down in the form of rain. So back into liquid energy again. and that cycle continues. You can't create more water. You can't destroy water. It just transforms into different substances. If you drunk water, it's transforming. You're absorbing it into the muscles, okay, and then you sweat it out through your skin. So it just transforms from different states. The mystery of sexual transmutation, I can't even say the word, transmutation, is an alchemical process. Alchemy is I'm not too well versed in this, so don't take my word as a gospel, but it's like I don't want to say primitive, but a later form of chemistry, okay? You're working with chemicals like water, and in the case of sexual transmutation, you know, your sexual fluids, your seminal fluids. And the idea here is you can take those sexual fluids, which are rich in nutrients, and transform them, like Napoleon has referenced, into the maintenance of health, you know, boosting your immune system. If you're constantly having sex and ejaculating, your body has to replenish that chemistry, those fluids, through food, as to take in. It's that transformation of chemicals again. So you're taking the food in to replenish those stores. If you're not constantly draining yourself, the food you take in, the water you take in, the supplements you take in need not be prioritized for replenishing those sexual fluids. And instead, again, just like the water, you can move the energy and the nutrients gained in food to support your immune system, to support your protein synthesis, the bulk of your muscles, the strength of your muscles, again, protecting you from colds and diseases and all these kind of conditions, because you're not using that inner chemistry to have sex or have children, okay, or masturbate. And it's very, very interesting. I mean, when you logically and systematically go through the procedures like this, you can see why there is a substantial weight behind this practice. Okay, it's not airy-fairy bullshit. It makes sense, and it has a lot of science backing. And again, I'm just gonna talk a little bit conspiratorial here. Again, don't take any of my word for gospel, but because this isn't widespread knowledge, right? It makes you think, or at least it makes me think about, because this has some scientific evidence behind it, but it isn't widespread knowledge, is this quite a powerful practice? You know? And I'll probably leave it at that, because I don't want to get too much in the conspiracies. I talk a lot about, you know, the pernicious prevalence of porn and sex in our culture, and you can watch earlier videos if you're interested in that. But it does make you think, does make you pause and kind of consider, well, I've never heard of this before. Scientifically, it makes a lot of sense. It's the first law of thermodynamics. Could be worth trying it out, getting some anecdotal experience. So my friends, I think I'll leave you on that. You know, if you're someone who's had experience with sexual transmutation, I would love to hear from you. Perhaps you can leave a comment for me down below and see if you think this has any weight behind it. And if you found anything valuable in this video, please subscribe to me, and I will continue bringing some value on some quite hush-hush topics. And with that being said, we'll see you again, my friends.